Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my transfer plans for Blank Gameweek 26 and also how I'm currently getting on in Double Gameweek 25. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, what are your plans for the next game week, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off before we get into my transfers and also the Kneejerk reactions for Blank Gameweek 26, gonna quickly go over how I'm currently doing in Double Gameweek 25. It is a pretty nice green arrow. We're now into the top 10k once again. We're 9k right now, which is very, very nice. 67 points currently on a game week rank of 998,000. I did play my triple captaincy this week, which of course has not gone too well, but we'll talk about that momentarily. But in goal, we did have Martinez, who picked up 3 points. Not too bad at all. I wasn't expecting them to keep a clean sheet against Fulham away, but still not too bad. Did outscore Dubravka. I think matched Areola or the other way around or whatever. But either way, 3 points. At the back, Ake with 2 points. Did start the fixture. Was hoping for some sort of clean sheet against Chelsea, because Chelsea are very hit and miss. They can either be really good on the day or really bad on the day. And unfortunately, they turned up and were really good on the day. So yeah, Ake didn't get anything. A bit of a big swing as well between Ake and Walker, if you did go Walker, because he did get the assist, got some bonus as well. So I think he finished on 7 points. But yeah, Ake with the 2 points. Gabriel, Mr. Fantastic, really, just 6 points at least every single week. Like, Arsenal defense is just something you have to target because they're just getting clean sheet after clean sheet after clean sheet. And then Virgil van Dijk as well with 2 points. Really, really unfortunate. I mean, that Liverpool game was just fraught with danger. I mean, to be fair, this game week has been very, very unlucky for a lot of people. Like, just completely goes against all the planning that people did and everything like that. But Van Dijk was especially annoying because, yeah, they conceded, even though they'd scored like 4 goals or whatever. But then he also hit the crossbar in like the last minute, and that would have been massive. That would have been such a huge goal. I don't know if he would have got any bonus or anything like that, but at the same time, a big extra 6 points would have been massive. But yeah, did hit the crossbar. So yeah, only finished on 2. Not been the greatest -4 hit for Van Dijk. I did obviously take a hit for him a few weeks ago. He's just picked up 2 points every game since then. Hopefully he can get something at home to Luton. But I mean, there's been a lot of injuries in that Liverpool lineup, so we'll see what happens there. But all in all, not terrible from the back line. I mean, hopefully we do still have another fixture with both Ake and Virgil van Dijk as long as they both start. So apart from that, it's not too bad. In midfield, Diogo Jota, 4 points. Started really nicely getting that assist for Darwin Núñez's goal, but then of course went off with a stretcher. So he will not be playing that Luton fixture, which was really, really unfortunate. As soon as I saw that news, I was like, this is just going to be an awful game week, because obviously I went with Jota over Núñez, and then, yeah, Jota goes and gets injured, gets stretchered off, so he's definitely missing Luton. And then Darwin Núñez also gets taken off at half-time as well. So whoever you brought in, you were really unlucky regardless. I mean, the option was to go with Salah, but again, when we got early team news that he wasn't starting, and then, you know, you can't really justify, like, not bringing him in. You can't really beat yourself up too much about it. I mean, he's so low owned around like the top ranks anyway, so it's not like a massive thing, but it's still really annoying. But yeah, Diogo Jota picked up 4 points this week. He was always going to be my transfer out this week anyway, because I was going to keep Van Dijk. Like, now that Salah was back, like, Jota's minutes were going to be all up in the place anyway, so I was always going to get rid of him regardless, and I need to make a transfer to field 11 players anyway, so it was always going to be Jota. But it's really, really annoying that I've missed that Luton at home fixture, because that's the main reason I brought him in, was because of that fixture. So yeah, really, really unfortunate there. Foden picking up 2 points as well. Does still have Brentford at home as long as he starts that fixture, so I still have at least 3 fixtures, hopefully, with the back line and the midfielders. But yeah, 2 points at City. I played Palmer over Douglas Luiz and Estepinian this week. It didn't really matter. Palmer picked up 2 points. Douglas Luiz picked up 2 points. Estepinian's a bit of an issue. He was benched again. He did come on for 1 point, which I feel like if you did play him, you were really unlucky, because Brighton absolutely dominated that game. Obviously, Sheffield United went down to 10 men with that horror tackle pretty early on in the game. So yeah, if Estepinian had started that game, he definitely could have got a bit of a haul. So I don't really know what's going on, because he's not even like the first sub. Like, Lamptey came off and Estepinian still didn't come on. So I don't know if there's like some sort of... I don't know if it's like an issue with him and the manager or something like that. I mean, if there was an issue, he wouldn't come on at all. So I don't really know what's going to happen. I mean, I need him to start for the Everton game because, you know, I've not got that many options for Blank Gameweek 26. But I'm not feeling too confident about it. Hopefully, because he didn't start the Sheffield game, he might start the Everton one. But that's the only fixture I need. After that, I won't ever play him again. I just need him for Blank Gameweek 26, and then I can just get rid of him. You know, because I'm going to be bringing in like Senesai or someone like that anyway at some point, so I can just get rid of Estepinian for him. But yeah, I just need him to play for Game Week 26. That's all I need. But either way, yeah, played Palmer. I was never going to, like, bench a penalty taker, so I just didn't know who to go without Palmer and Douglas Luiz. Went with Palmer in the end, but it didn't really matter because they both picked up 2 points regardless. And then Saka as well with another 15-point haul. I feel like ever since I said don't captain Saka, he never gets double-digit hauls. He's only got double-digit hauls since then, but I mean, yeah, he's just absolutely smashing it. I mean, Arsenal are absolutely smashing it at the moment, but yeah, Saka, his numbers, as I've said, have always been good. I was never going to get rid of him, and now his numbers are actually kind of turning into points and stuff, so it's really, really good. Really happy as well. I've always loved Saka. I think he's an absolute exceptional player. I just didn't think he was ever like a double-digit haul player, but now he's proving me wrong, and he's been in my team like for a very long time regardless. I did own him throughout the whole like dry spell, and now obviously I'm reaping the rewards, but a lot of people are now reaping the rewards that didn't have him for the dry spell. But anyway, midfield, yeah, I mean, okay, not the worst thing in the world. And then up top, my strikers doing the business apart from my triple captainer. So Solanke picking up 12 points. I was always kind of like a little bit confident that he was going to get something because Newcastle have just been so bad. But getting a goal and an assist and a 3 bonus, huge 12 points, especially because he's so low owned now. Like, a lot of people got rid of him for Darwin Núñez. I was not one of those people. I kept him, and he's like 20% owned around my ranks. That was a massive 12 points there, especially because Darwin Núñez only got 5. Now, whether Darwin Núñez plays that Luton game, we're not too sure. There's been so many reports that, you know, he's had a scan and he's going to miss, like, the cup final. So, obviously, if he misses that final, then he's going to miss the Luton game. There's other people saying, like, 50-50. Like, I don't really know. I mean, I don't own him regardless. I hope he doesn't play because he's going to hurt my rank if he does. But, yeah. Very happy with Solanke, and I'm also a transfer up now because a lot of people are going to be getting rid of Núñez this week for Solanke, so it's just nice to be in a position where I'm finally a transfer up because I'm always a transfer down. I technically still am because I've got like Estepinian and I need to get rid of Diogo Jota as well, but I've kind of just concreted playing no like chip this week, no chip until game week 30, so I'm not playing my free hit in 29. I'm just building my squad up to that. But yeah, either way, Solanke with 12 points, Haaland with 6 points. I mean, I think we can all agree that we have no idea how he didn't score in that game. He had such a ridiculous amount of good chances. He had an XG of like 1.71. Yeah, just missed so many chances. It's just unheard of. If you didn't captain Haaland, then yeah, you've got away with murder there. Now, whether he plays that Brentford game, I'm not sure because obviously his grandmother has just passed away. So there's all that information about whether he goes to the funeral or not. I mean, they need to win the games now. Like, dropping 2 points at Chelsea was like a massive kind of just a massive roadblock. So is he going to then be allowed to, like, I don't know when the funeral is. I've not really looked into it too much. I just know there's that information going around. So yeah, he may not even play, and if he does, then if he doesn't play, then it's a massive waste of the triple captaincy. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. I was always going to triple captain him, and on another day he gets a hat-trick in that Chelsea game, but it is what it is. And then Ollie Watkins as well, absolute lad. I mean, like I say, Solanke and Watkins, just they're the difference this week, because like I said, a lot of people got rid of Watkins, a lot of people got rid of Solanke, so keeping faith with both of them, like, I absolutely love them. I'm so happy they both popped off this week. So yeah, 2 goals for Watkins, 3 bonus as well. So yeah, all in all, a really good game week so far. As I said, I still have 4 maybe players left. I've got Ake, who hopefully starts, Van Dijk, who should start, Foden, who hopefully starts, and then Haaland, who hopefully starts as well. I mean, Haaland's the one that I need to start anyway because he's my triple captain. Diogo Jota, I know, is not going to start. He got stretchered off. He's probably going to be out for like a solid amount of the season now. So yeah, 4 game week players hopefully still left to play. Obviously, I've got no one for tonight, which is the Crystal Palace Everton game, but all those players are so low owned that it shouldn't really matter what happens in that fixture. And then obviously we've got the big fixtures coming up. So all in all, not too bad of a game week. Moving on to transfers though, I think there's 2 ways that I can look at it right now. So obviously I'm getting Jota out of my team this week. That's a no-brainer. You know, I'm gonna have obviously Van Dijk not playing, Porro not playing, Diogo Jota not playing, and then also Palmer not playing. So I'll have 10 playing players this week, potentially 9 if Estepinian's benched, but yeah, 10 playing players this week. So I get rid of Jota for a midfielder. I have 11 playing players as long as Estepinian plays, and it's all good. So who do I get rid of? Who do I get in for Jota? So obviously the very obvious option is Hee-chan. I've had him earlier on in the season. He's been an absolute legend for me. Should be on penalties as well. He has taken a penalty in the past. Kuna has also taken penalties in the past. Kuna is out with that hamstring injury. I know that Neto is also a very nice option as well. It's just, I think, because I've already had Hee-Chan this season. I mean, I've already had Neto as well this season. I got rid of Neto for Hee-Chan. But because he's probably on penalties, I'm more likely to go with Hee-Chan. I think he is cheaper as well, if I was going to go that route. So that's one thing I could do. Diogo Jota out, Hee-Chan in. That would give me the funds as well to upgrade somebody up to Son as well, like in the future. Because obviously I'm going to want to be bringing in Spurs players as well, because they do not blank in 29. The other thing that I could do, which I am kind of swaying towards, is bringing in Bowen. And that is just simply because he plays in 29. And as well as that, he actually has nice fixtures up to 29 as well. His game week 29 fixture isn't ideal, because I believe it is against Villa, and obviously I've got a Villa defender, but in game week 29, you just want to be playing players regardless. Obviously, in a perfect world, I'm bringing in Son this week, but he blanks in 26, so it's just a completely pointless transfer. So, yeah, I think Bowen is the smart option, but if I want to attack what's right in front of me, then obviously the Wolves players are who you go for. The only issue is, though, it's unlikely that Wolves are going to be playing in 29, because I think that, like, I think Leicester has to beat someone, and I think Bournemouth also have to lose. There's like two things that have to happen for Wolves to play in 29, and they could very well happen, but they're also like, it's not super likely it's going to happen as well. And if I bring in Hee-Chan, it's just going to be a transfer that, like, is just really only going to be decent for this game week, because I think I've got Newcastle away the week after. So it's one of those, like, I think as much as I would love a Wolves player for that Sheffield United at home fixture, and obviously they just beat Spurs and everything as well, I think the smarter option is to bring a player in that's going to play in 29, because I'm not free hitting in 29, like, I'm deciding I'm not going to do that. The thing is, you could wildcard now as well. That's another thing, and I'll make a wildcard draft later on in this week. You could wildcard draft now, and then that sorts you out for 28 with your doubles, sorts you out for 29 with the blank, and then obviously you can still use your free hit in 34. The only issue with that is that if you play your wildcard now, we don't know the fixtures for 29 yet. You know, we may get, like, you may wildcard now, and then you may have some really good fixtures that open up, like, you know, maybe Arsenal start playing in 29, and then you suddenly don't have any Arsenal players on your wildcard. You know, it's things like that could happen, and it's just, like, I understand the kind of point of playing your wildcard this week, but at the same time, I think it's fraught with danger as well. If you're going to play your wildcard, I would not play it this week. I'd probably play it, like, I don't know, maybe it's weird though, because especially if you've got like a lot of injuries, I completely understand it as well. Like if you've got like triple Liverpool, you've got like Porro still, you might have like Richarlison, you obviously might have Cole Palmer. Like, fair play. If you've got like nobody, then yeah, I understand playing your wild card, but obviously there's also downsides with that as well. But either way, that's just kind of how I'm thinking about it. I think it's going to be Bowen this week. He's not even got a bad fixture anyway, and he's got good fixtures up to 29 as well, so it's not like the worst transfer ever. But obviously, I'm going to be wanting to use a transfer for 28 to bring in like a Bournemouth player. And, you know, if Luton don't blank in 29, then I'll probably want to bring in a couple Luton players as well, because obviously they double in 28 and then play in 29 potentially. So that's the kind of thing. But either way, that's how I'm currently doing in double game in 25. Also, the plans for Blank Gameweek 26. Moving on, let's go over some Kneejerk reactions real quick for Blank Gameweek 26. And yeah. Tell me you don't properly play FPL without telling me you don't properly play FPL. So 138,000 managers have brought in Salah when he just blanks in 26. I'm assuming people think that like his next fixture is Luton at home, which it technically is, but that ain't for game week 26. So all of these people are bringing him in, and he's just not playing. And I think a few people have said it's just wildcards being activated, but I'm pretty sure that wildcards don't actually have any kind of say in these transfers and stuff. I don't think they're actually part of it. So yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of unhappy managers, and maybe they're just trying to get ahead of the curve and stuff, but they're probably going to blank in 29, and they've got City in 28. So your only good fixture really is Forest away for 27, you know? So I would not be bringing in Liverpool players at all, even the Egyptian King. We've also got Højlund as well, who's also been brought in by over 128,000 managers. I'm also not like completely for this one, because people are obviously going to get rid of Darwin Núñez for Højlund. But yeah, he's got Fulham at home in 26, but then he's got City away in 27, and he may also not blank in. He may also blank in 29, but for 28, you're going to want Solanke anyway. So, because he doubles and he's got arguably like the best double game week we've ever really seen. So, for me, there's not really much point of bringing in a Højlund because you're just going to be bringing in Solanke anyway. So, you know, and you're not going to get rid of Ollie Watkins if you have him because he plays in 29. So, yeah, that's another one that I don't really get. Like, yeah, fair play, form of his life, absolutely smashing it, you know. But at the same time, thinking ahead, I think that Solanke is just a much better option. Saka also being brought in by a lot of managers. Again, their fixtures are okay. Like, obviously, they've got Sheffield United away in 27, which is a huge fixture, which everyone would love triple Arsenal for. But yeah, Newcastle home, I think they'll also go big in that game as well. And it depends if they don't blank in 29, then it'd be massive because already have Palmer, already got 2 Arsenal players. That would be fantastic, but we'll have to see what happens with that. Gabriel, same as Saka, just really, really good player to own at the moment. Just points after points. I've been quite fortunate because I've played him for the Palace game, I played him for the Forest game, didn't play him for the Liverpool game when he got a -1, and then played him for West Ham and Burnley. So I've been quite lucky with playing Gabriel, but I've also been very unlucky as well because I think that the week I played I didn't play Gabriel, I played like Burn instead, who also got a -1, so it didn't even matter. And then Watkins also being transferred in by a lot of managers. Yeah, Forest home, a really nice fixture. Luton away, does play in 29. Yeah, just an absolute staple of most teams in my opinion. So those are the most transferred in players for Blank Game Week 26. Most transferred out so far, we have Diogo Jota, which again, obviously makes sense. He's injured, blanks anyway. Everyone's going to be getting rid of him. Like, I'm going to lose money on him regardless. In fact, I think I brought him for 8 anyway, so it doesn't actually matter because he's 8.3 at the moment. But either way, yeah, if you've got Jota, you're going to get rid of him this week. Pedro Porro, another player that a lot of people are getting rid of, did just have a price drop last night. I'm not getting rid just because he plays in 29 and he should be fine by then. But we'll obviously have to wait and see what happens with that. We also have Trent as well, who's out. Again, I would just get rid of if you haven't already. You know, he's going to be blanking in 26. He might be back for Forest. You know, he's a doubt for the cup final, which is of course when 26 is. So he might be back for 27. So it might not be worth getting rid of. Like, unless you need the funds, you maybe just keep him for the 27 fixture. But even then, like, you're just kind of hoping that he's back. And then also Richarlison, another player that's getting transferred out by a lot of managers. I'd probably just bench him this week. If you're not playing your free hit in 29, I would just bench Richarlison this week because he plays in 29. It's just going to be a transfer you waste down the line. And then Darwin Núñez, another player that, yeah, potentially could be out for that Luton game and maybe out for the... You never know. It depends. There's so many injuries at Liverpool right now. But either way, those are the most transferred in and out players for Blank Game Week 26. Only doubles and blanks right now. It's hard to remember what's what. But either way, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like down below. Leave a comment. What are you doing for Blank Game Week 26? Subscribe if you're brand new. And until next time, peace.